Happening today, the Unified School District of De Pere is meeting to talk about the parts of De Pere High School damaged by flooding. The district has been looking at that damage caused by heavy rainfall from storms earlier this month. Leaders say only the office, gym, auditorium, and weight room are open. The rest of the building is closed until further notice. An update is expected tomorrow, and the Board of Education will be briefed on the situation during tonight's meeting at 6. Still ahead,